Welcome to Prayerful Soul. Today, we delve into Psalm 91, renowned for its potency in the Bible, carrying blessings and divine protection. It holds the power to break various bonds in your life and bestow a shield of protection upon your home and family. Let us unite in prayer through Psalm 91, confident that God's blessings will abundantly pour upon us. You are invited to join me in prayer, whether by echoing the words aloud or silently within your heart, to receive the full scope of promises encapsulated in this potent psalm. Prepare your heart as we embark on this collective prayer journey, seeking blessings, victory, liberation from bondage, and safeguarding for our families. Let's begin. Verse 1, He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. This verse tells us that when we choose to live close to God, seeking refuge and protection in Him, we will experience His presence and care. Just as a person finds shelter in a safe place during a storm, those who trust in God will find security and comfort in His loving presence. Verse 2, I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. This verse emphasizes the personal declaration of faith and trust in God as our ultimate protector and provider. By acknowledging God as our refuge and fortress, we affirm our reliance on Him for safety and security in all circumstances. Verse 3, For He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. Here, we learn that God rescues us from various dangers and threats. The imagery of being delivered from the snare of the fowler depicts God's ability to free us from traps and snares set by our adversaries. Likewise, He protects us from harmful diseases and calamities, demonstrating His power over life's perils. Verse 4, He will cover you with His pinions, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. This verse illustrates God's tender care and protection, likened to a bird sheltering its young under its wings. It portrays God's faithfulness as a shield and buckler, providing defense and security against harm. When we seek refuge in Him, we find comfort and safety under His unwavering love and faithfulness. Verse 5, You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day. In this verse, we are assured of God's protection over us, even in the face of fear-inducing situations. Whether it's the darkness of the night or the dangers of the day, God's presence eliminates our fears. We can trust Him to shield us from harm, including both visible and invisible threats. Verse 6, Nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. Here, we're reminded that God's protection extends beyond physical dangers to include unseen threats and calamities. Even when danger lurks in the darkness or strikes openly in broad daylight, God remains our faithful protector. His presence dispels fear, ensuring our safety in every circumstance. Verse 7, 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. This verse emphasizes the exceptional nature of God's protection. Despite witnessing the downfall of others around us, we can remain confident in God's safeguarding of our lives. His promise is that no harm will befall us, regardless of the challenges or dangers we face. Verse 8, You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Here, we're assured that while we may witness the consequences of wickedness, we will not suffer the same fate. God's protection enables us to observe the downfall of the wicked without experiencing their punishment. This reflects God's justice and protection over His faithful followers. Verse 9, Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge. This verse underscores the importance of making God our primary dwelling place, finding refuge and security in Him alone. By prioritizing our relationship with God and trusting in His protection, we position ourselves to receive His abundant blessings and care. Verse 10, No evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. In this verse, we're assured that God's protection extends to every aspect of our lives. He guards us against all forms of evil and calamity, ensuring that no harm or disaster will come near us or our dwelling place. This promise underscores the comprehensive nature of God's protection for His people. Verse 11, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." This verse highlights God's provision of angels to protect and watch over those who trust in Him. It emphasizes the divine care and intervention that believers receive, ensuring their safety and well-being. Verse 12, "On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Here, the psalmist describes how God's angels will act to prevent any harm or injury to the believer, even to the point of lifting them up and ensuring they do not stumble or encounter obstacles along their path. Verse 13, "You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot." This verse symbolizes God's protection and empowerment over His people. It suggests that those who trust in God will have victory over dangerous adversaries, both physical and spiritual, demonstrating His authority and sovereignty. Verse 14, "Because He holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him, I will protect him, because he knows my name." Here, God promises deliverance and protection to those who maintain a close relationship with Him. It emphasizes the importance of love and intimacy with God, acknowledging His name and seeking refuge in Him. Verse 15, "When He calls to me, I will answer him, I will be with him in trouble, I will rescue him and honor him." This verse reassures believers that God is attentive to their prayers and responsive to their cries for help. It underscores God's presence and intervention during times of trouble, promising rescue and honor to those who call upon Him. Verse 16, "With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." This concluding verse emphasizes God's promise of abundant life and salvation to His faithful followers. It underscores the eternal blessings and fulfillment that come from trusting in God, assuring believers of His continuous provision and ultimate deliverance. Thank you for joining us in prayer. If you found this helpful, please type Amen in the comments section. Don't forget to follow for daily prayers and inspiration. May God bless and protect you always. Amen.